Hey, I'm just making a video to keep track of how things have been going. I got out of the hospital Friday. Today's Wednesday. Um, I was supposed to get off of the catheter. Um, he had told me that I'd be more likely to get off of the catheter if I had regular bowel movements, and I was doing that, but I still. The issue was that I couldn't completely empty my bladder. Um, and I told him I already had that issue. I had that issue before surgery. I think it's because I have an enlarged prostate. And this was an issue that I had brought up with him, and I had a prescription for Flomax from months ago for this. So it's probably a pre existing issue. They put the catheter back in for another week. But next week, the catheter would have to come out because I need to start dilating. Uh, Pain has been really kind of worse than I expected, I guess. Because once you're off IV pain medication in the hospital, you're home. The pain spikes come back. That was one thing that Dilaudid was really good about controlling, was pain spikes. So there will be periods where I have no pain at all. Whether I'm on dose or not, it might be morning and I haven't had my medication in 8 hours or more, but I might not have any pain. And then a pain spike will come, and how bad they are is really dependent on where I am on my medication. Some of them are bad enough to stop you in conversation, close your eyes, start pounding on the countertop. So like, I would consider it like an 8 or a 9, not a 10. It's not like you're getting ripped apart. There was one period in the hospital when I had a 10 out of 10 pain. It was when the nurse stripped one of the drains. The drain had stopped moving and had coagulated in the tube. And so what they do when they strip it is they pinch it and they push all of the coagulated blood into the kind of reservoir thing. And then it has suction again. And when it had suction again, that made me feel like I was being cut in half. So, yeah, just it's still worth it. I'm talking a lot about pain, but you need to know that it's still worth it. My dysphoria was cured completely. It's, it hurts, but it's physical pain. It doesn't compare to feeling like you're in the wrong body. This will go away. The swelling and bruising will go away. Whether I can pee or not. He was talking about different kinds of medications like bladder stimulants. I could pee a little bit, I just couldn't completely empty my bladder. But I already couldn't completely empty my bladder before. Some of the other steps he wants me to take are reducing pain medications, because that prevents you from going to the bathroom as pain medication, the opiates. And I need to walk more. So today I did one trip down the stairs and one trip up the stairs. We'll call that a rep. Just the stairs in my apartment. Without a cane. I was holding onto the handrail, but I'm not using it to support me. Using my legs. The muscles that it works were very obviously injured during the surgery, so it's going to be important to work out muscles that were injured during the surgery to get back to previous function. These muscles are right behind the outer lips, and so there's a flap on the front that comes down on both sides, if you can imagine, and then another flap that comes up, and they join, and you can see where the stitches are. That's where the pain is when I'm walking up and down stairs. But I had surgery a week and a half ago, and so it's going to be it's time for me to start working out. So my issue will be I need to not do too much. I don't want to injure myself, but if strengthening those muscles is going to help me pee and get off of a catheter, then that's what I'm going to do. Showering is interesting. I've always hated showering in the past. Now I'm showering once a day, and it's interesting. It's important to not scrub anything too aggressive. I'm using Dove soap, very gentle, no fragrance or detergent or sulfates, parabens, and I got a douche. The people with neovaginas are the only ones who need to douche. Cis women do not douche. But I got a douche, and I bought lavender soap that also has none of that stuff in it. It's just lavender oil and different kinds of oil. So that's going to help. I'm supposed to do that at least once a day at the beginning, especially through dilation. I haven't started dilating yet. I think part of the reason that I haven't started yet is because I'm still on a catheter. He said it would be really hard to dilate on a catheter. So the douche is reassuring me that I'm not losing depth. And it washes out all the skin that's come off and discharge. And then once you start dilating, you produce more skin, because your body is reacting to elongating and widening that skin. So there's extra stuff that comes out when you dilate, so it'll be important to douche at that point also. I've noticed that my pain improves every couple of days. I notice a remarkable improvement. So today, the pain has been pretty light for the most part. Occasional pain spikes, might be a 5 or a 6. A couple of days ago, I had pain at night. It's probably a 7. During the night while I was trying to sleep, it was a 7. And I had just taken my medicine. So that's something to expect. It's great that you have a month off, at least a month or 8 weeks off of work, because you're not going to get a whole lot of sleep right away. But it's okay. So I would sleep for a couple hours, wake up in pain. I do a lot of breathing exercises, meditating, kind of focus on the pain and focus on how you didn't do anything to cause it. You're not doing anything to make it go away. It comes and goes randomly. It's just a fact of your life right now. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't control it. All you can do is accept it. All you can control is how you react to it. And so I just breathe through it, stay calm, and it goes away, and I fall back asleep. And I go to sleep for a couple hours, and then I wake up in pain again. And that's okay. I've learned a lot about pain through this process of losing weight and hair removal. I've confronted pain millions of times, and what I've noticed is our normal reaction to pain is fear. When you feel pain, it usually, see, I feel a spike right now. I'll talk about that in a minute. When you feel pain, it's usually because something is wrong. You've hurt yourself, you're on fire, you have a bug that's biting you, and it's something that you need to address. And so you get adrenaline and norepinephrine, and you're scared and your heart races. But when you have chronic pain, or pain from tattoos and piercings, or pain from exercising every day at your peak, you realize that pain, sometimes it comes from good things, that pain's an illusion. In a very real sense, pain is an illusion. And so you have to, when you feel pain, you have to analyze, where is it coming from? Why are you experiencing pain? I was experiencing pain because I was lifting weights every other day. But I was getting stronger. I was experiencing pain because I was running 5 miles, but I was losing weight. And I knew my heart rate was healthy. I wasn't having a heart attack. So you learn to ignore those signals. Well, now I need to ignore these. It's the pain spike that I just felt was, if you've seen videos on penile inversion, you know that they basically chop everything up into little bits and rearrange it, and they sew it back together. And right after the surgery, it is really not great to look at. There's a lot of stitches, there's a lot of skin rearranged, and all of that skin is full of nerve endings. And so what I just felt was the sutures on the edge of my new clitoris, which used to be, you know what. And so basically that pain it feels like someone is cutting into you. It feels like you're being torn apart. But here's the good news. The reason you're feeling that is the nerves are reconnecting. The reason you're feeling that pain is that you're going to be really sensitive when you're healed. And so I can still turn that into a good thing. I can still tell myself I'm not in danger. In fact, I'm better than I've ever been in my life. Even though I'm in pain, I can't pee right now on my own. This is the best I've ever been. And it's only going to get better. And I have nothing to be afraid of. The pain is getting less every day, though. I notice it every other day. It's noticeably less. And so today's Wednesday. I came home Friday. By Friday of this week, in 2 more days, my pain will be less. Sunday, my pain will be less. Next Wednesday, when I go back to the doctor, my pain will be a lot less than it is now. And I'll keep walking, and hopefully I'll be off the catheter.